Hello everyone, my name is Sutonia. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am a first year medical student, so a little bit more about my story. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. My mother is Jamaican, my father is Nigerian. They met in Brooklyn, New York, so that makes me a first generation American. I didn't have anyone in my family who had went through the process of becoming a doctor, becoming a physician in the United States, but I didn't have any physicians in my family at all, so I really didn't have anyone to give me that advice and that structure that I needed. I went to New York City Department of Education, public schools my whole life, and somewhere around junior high school or so, I was exposed to an anatomy course. I fell in love with anatomy. I've always been a creative person. The models from the anatomy class of the different organs, they looked like art sculptures to me, so it really drew my attention. It married science and art and creativity in a way that I've never seen them integrated before. So this was a confirmation I was supposed to go into medicine. So I knew from very young that I wanted to be a physician. I knew I wanted to be a doctor, and it really fueled my continued interest throughout junior high school, throughout high school, even throughout college. And I knew that I had to make this dream come true. So what I learned from a very young age is my neighborhood was economically disadvantaged. Part of the reason why I learned that is in junior high school, there was a very unfortunate, very scary experience for 12-year-olds and even younger to go through. One of our classmates, it was a attempted robbery for less than $10, and they ended up shooting him point blank in the head for less than $10. And I remember feeling this sense of, it was like at that point I realized where I was from, and I realized that the struggles that we do go through in a lower socioeconomic status neighborhood, I didn't know these details then, but I knew that something was different about the way I was growing up. After that incident in junior high school, there was a summer vacation and we all went away to high school. And going into high school, again, I had already, it's like my innocence was kind of taken, right? And there were other situations in junior high school that also added to that, but you have to grow up a little bit faster when you live in New York City. One of the things that I learned very quickly going into high school was it was very expensive to live in New York City. When you watch your parents work so hard to give you everything that you need to keep food on the table, there's sometimes that you don't want to add to that. And I was at that point in high school. I decided at the age, as soon as I could get my working papers, that I was going to start working, and that was age 14. So I started my first job, and it was fast food. At first it was just very part-time, but as the summer came, I started working the closing shift. As the years went on, I just got used to working, and I never stopped working after that. So my senior year in high school, I worked at McDonald's on 34th Street in the city, and I would get out of class, and then I was student body president, so I would do whatever I had to do, get things ready, you know, if there was an assembly coming up or a party. So I used the money from my $7.25 an hour McDonald's paycheck to pay for all the stuff my senior year, so prom, and you know, my parents helped out here and there, senior trip and all those senior activities, and including college applications. I paid for college applications as well. Then got accepted into some really great colleges. I decided to go to University at Albany. So leaving for UAlbany, I really didn't want to work.